Hi everyone, welcome to Survey.js. This is Elena, and today I'm going to show you a few examples of where to use and how to set up the carry forward functionality that allows you to send user responses from one question to another. Let's go. One of the common scenarios of using the carry forward functionality is to use a respondent input, very often the name that they just entered while filling out your survey form, and then to address them using this name in other questions down the line or on the thank you page. And this way it can provide more personalized user experience. In order to demonstrate how this name sourcing is set up, I'm going to use a simple feedback form of a pizza plate that you've just seen. You can find and try it out for free at surveyjs.io. We need to go to the demos section and then select form library. And on the left side menu under featured demos, we find our form. And to see its configurations, and also to be able to edit it, we are going to select Survey Creator and switch to the Designer tab. Before we go into details, I need to explain to you the difference between a question title and a question name. So the question title is visible, user-friendly name of a question that respondents of your form will see. This is what they will read in order to answer your question. And the question name, on the other hand, is an internal question ID that is used in expressions, custom variables, and other internal calculations, and it's not visible to your respondents. And it's exactly the question name that we're going to use to source the input value from the first name question in order to create a dynamic title of the rating question and also of the text on the thank you page. So as you can see, the ID of the first question of our feedback form is full hyphen name. And in order to reference the value of this question, we simply need to add it to the title of the target question along with any other text using curly brackets. So let's copy it and then we go to the target question, and in the title we add full name, comma, please rate the following. So this configuration basically says I want to access the value of a question that has this ID. And if we go in the preview, we can see that as I type my name, then it appears in the title and the dynamic title of the rating question. And in order to avoid situations when title has empty spaces like this, we can go to the Designer tab again and set when we want to update the value. And for this, we need to go to Data and Update Text question value. We set it to while typing, and it basically means that while person is entering their name, its value will be updated automatically. And as we source it to the title of the target question, its value updated there automatically as well. Another useful way to update to avoid the empty spaces in dynamic titles is to simply use conditional logic. So we go back to the Designer tab, we find our question, and under logic, we say that we want it to be visible only if a question with an ID full name is not empty. So if we go to the preview, then we can see that the rating question is not visible yet, and as we enter the name, it becomes visible immediately with an updated dynamic title. If we don't want to use conditional logic, another easy way to hide questions with empty titles, or with titles that required input from users, is to simply drag them to a different page. In this case, because the question requires an answer, your users won't be able to proceed to the next page automatically. So we enter the name and then we go to the next page, and our rating question is here with already updated title. And now I'm going to show you how to source the value to the custom text of the thank you page. If we want to simply reference the name value within the text body on the thank you page, all we need to do is to go to the survey level settings, and under survey complete, we find the markup of our thank you page, and we paste the question ID in curly brackets, the same way we did while creating the title. But the problem with this approach is, in case you use non-required questions as source questions, so for example, if we make first name not required, then we'll find ourselves in a situation when our thank you page looks this way. And because it's the thank you page, we can't really apply the same conditional visibility rules or just drag it somewhere. And in these scenarios, we recommend creating custom variables that will take either some default value that we assign to it, or the value that will be sourced from the question, from the source question, if respondents provides an answer to it. So to create a custom variable, we need to go to the designer tab, and then under survey, we find category called logic. And here we need to create a custom variable. Let's call it full name for complete page. And it will be based on an expression, on an immediate if expression that basically says if the value of a question with an ID full name is not empty, then reference this value. If it's empty, then just say guessed. Another thing that we need to do is now we need to replace, let's copy it, and now we go to the survey complete, and now we need to replace this static value with our custom variable, so that it says dear guest in case a user doesn't provide an answer to the first name question. Let's go to preview, so we submit, and now it says dear guest. Another variation of the carry forward functionality I want to show you today is how to pass respondent answers from one question and use them as choice options in another, usually follow-up question within the same survey or form. In order to demonstrate how to set up this data exchange between questions, I'm going to create a simple checkboxes asking my respondents, for example, what work perks are most appealing to them. And after assigning question title and question name that serves as a question ID and will later be used during the connection setup, I'm adding some choices. I'm also going to enable the other option in case something important is missing. And now I'm going to create the second target question, asking to rank the selected choices in order of importance. And once the question title and question ID are set up, I'm going to change the type of my question to ranking and move on to choices. And here we're going to say that I want to source my choices from the question with ID work perks, and I only want to source selected choices. Now let's quickly hide question numbers and take a look at the preview tab. Okay. Now let's set the minimum number of choices that I want our respondents to select. Yeah, let's make it 3, more realistic. Let's go back to the preview. And as you can see, the second question is now empty, so I need to set a conditional logic saying that I want the second question to be visible only if the first question is not empty. As you can see, it appears immediately once at least one checkbox is selected. Now let's check if validation works. Yeah, so I selected 2 options. My form now says that 3 is the minimum that is required. Yeah, let's play a bit more. For example, we can change the question type to tag boxes, and all the settings, including the minimum number of required required options, will remain the same, so we don't have to reset it every time. Just make sure to check our documentations, because this functionality is only available among certain multiple choice questions. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.